Hello and welcome to Against the Storm. We pick up where we left off, trying to make a little bit of progress over here and work our way towards, well, whatever we can, really. I am going to go here. There is a new patch in the game, and the new patch brings about some pretty significant changes. One is they redid a lot of the icons, as you can see here. So I'm going to have to kind of reacquaint myself with what icons mean what. Looks like we do get stone in this map, so it might be worth starting with a little bit of stone and probably some... I can't do vegetables. Some eggs. Okay. One of the things that has changed pretty significantly, I think I'll change this to Pioneer, and maybe I'll be a little bit more difficult. One of the things they changed was the different forest mysteries. So right here, all these different effects that affect you either positive or negative. They have revamped 27 or added 27 new ones, revamped the old ones, changed the rate at which they are received, and kind of redid all the randomization. So pretty significant changes here I'm anticipating. Let's take a look here. So first, forest mystery during drizzle. Every glade event will give, every solved, dangerous, or forbidden glade event will give you 30 random or raw food. So the more glades we pop and the more events we solve, the more food we get every time there's a drizzle. So that's kind of good. And then villagers that have complex food move faster. Looming darkness. Let's see. So the rampaging storm, that's global resolve. That's fine. That's typical. It just lowers resolve. So at hostility 3, fuel efficiency is 200% lower, which means we're going to burn twice as much fuel. And also at hostility 3, we either pay copper ore 5 times whatever the amount of years, or lightning destroys 3 buildings. So we're going to need to mine copper if we have it, and need to bank up a fair amount of it, or it's going to start just randomly destroying our buildings. And then if we get to hostility 5, which we rarely do, but if we do, villagers will take longer breaks unless we get services. There is no way to avoid these two things other than not getting that high of hostility. And then along with that, okay, so we get no resources after destroying a building. It is better for gathering, and we get giant resource nodes. Okay, so some pretty significant changes. They changed the artwork for the hearth as well, and now it has a roof to better indicate the necessity of the shelter from the storm. And let's go ahead and build our little pathway here. Okay, across here, come down here. I just want to make sure not to accidentally destroy any resources, because that would be not great. Man, I just cannot line these up today. Okay. Oh, perfect. That route was not in the way, so that's good. Let's go ahead and take a look at, we're going to build our woodcutters camps. What glades are we going to pop first? So it looks like mostly large glades. There's a couple smaller glades over here. So we'll probably start up in this area here and indicate this as chopping territory, and probably just kind of work our way over here. Probably also want to trim out, I won't indicate it yet because I want them to get into the glade, but get them to chop out this area a little bit. They have changed consumption control. I guess you can save the settings you want now. So I don't see where to do that, and I closed the tooltip that I probably should have read. So I guess we'll figure that out as we go. But apparently you could save that now. So let's go to the hearth. Let's turn off coal. We don't want to burn that. We don't have to. Let's take a look at our first set of buildings we could choose from. Copper bars could be useful if we, and this type of map, we do find copper and coal that's mineable, so it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world to do that. Fabric's good, but I think this is probably going to be better in the long run. We will get meat, and we already have meat on the map, so see, I want that small farm. But nope, this is a gathering map, so let's focus on gathering. Let's get the meat and insects there. I do think a rain mill is going to ultimately be beneficial, so we will pick that for the time being. Let's put down... Well, we don't need a stonecutter's camp or a harvester's camp yet. Scavenger camp is definitely a go because both of these resources are scavenger. And then we got the trapper's camp that we just got, and that can harvest the meat right there. Let's go ahead and look at getting down some basic shelters to start. And then get our crude workstation and our makeshift post up and running. I don't know about rain collector yet, but we'll probably get there at some point. I do want to build a furnace. I think that can wait. Well, it's going to have to wait. We don't actually have the resources for it. And I'll put the rain mill down here just so I don't forget. But again, it's just going to have to wait till we get the appropriate resources to handle that. They redid the hearth as well. So like the supplemental hearths, they renamed them to small hearths instead of makeshift hearths. And they now require a resource that you can only get through trading and some other things, glade events and whatnot. You start with one automatically, so it makes it a little bit easier to expand. All right, so I think we're in a good spot. Let's go ahead and get started. It's gonna take a little bit to get used to these new icons here. I am not used to it. All right, let's slap some beavers in here for the time being. A couple humans. Well, I'll take those out as soon as we can. Let's go ahead and get started on the chopping. Okay, pop into a glade. We got insects and roots. Those are pretty quick glade pop there. Let's go ahead and indicate all the little trimming we want to do here. I do want to pop into this glade down here as well. But I do not want to pop into these big glades yet. We don't have the manpower to handle that. I am going to move over here and hope we get a little more of this cleared out in the meantime. Let's take a look at our cornerstones. They did do something with cornerstones as well. They have ethereal cornerstones where it pauses the game and makes you pick it. And if you unpause, you lose the option of getting that cornerstone. So that is an interesting mechanic. Let's see. Gain a stack of the wealth effect for every 2 caches open. So if we open caches, hostility from woodcutters is decreased by 6. Either one of these would be good. I like global resolve in general. And if we are making tools, this will be beneficial. But I don't know if we're doing that yet. So either one of these I would pick. We very rarely make incense, just my playstyle. So I don't think that's a good pick for us. I think we usually get by pretty good without reducing hostility. So I am going to go with that one, even if we don't actually utilize it. Let's take a look at our orders. So if we fulfill the sheltered and get some wood, we get 3 people and some mushrooms. Or we get parts, roots. Oh, they really redid the parts icon. So keep beavers a little bit happy, and we get some guaranteed beavers. I think that's fine by me. Human resolve. gets us some grain, gets us some parts. I don't know how many parts we need. I think I'd rather have the stone production, so I'm going to go with that one. And then cut through glades, get more glade event carrying, and then some bricks and whatnot. I think I will go with this one. Let's go ahead and take a look. All right, so let's keep chopping. We will pop into glades like fairly quickly, so all right, let's put some people in here and get them to work. All right, and we probably want somebody in here harvesting the meat. I'm not gonna put the last person in there because I still want somebody to be able to run around building stuff for now. All right, let's move this woodcutter down here so we continue making a little more progress in this area here in particular. Beaver resolve. I could cheese it, and I probably will. Let's go ahead and just temporarily boost boost the beavers just to complete this, and then I'll set them back. Okay, we're done with the beaver resolve. We're past 1. All right, that gives me 2 beavers. That means I can take the humans out, replace them with beavers, and we have a more efficient chopping squad now. I do want to maybe focus a little more on chopping this area specifically. Hopefully we can get in there before the storm. Although we don't currently have any storm penalties for that, so I'm not overly worried about it. All right, we popped into the glade. There is some mushrooms. There is some meat. Let's go ahead and pick out lumber mill. Lumber mill is like my go-to, one of my favorites, just because it's so prevalent. Like, you know, we use so much wood in the maps in general. I do think a 3-star recipe is really beneficial to have. I am gonna move these guys a little bit over here, just to try to keep clearing out this area here so that I can expand some of the housing. I do need to build a trading post, and I can build that right here. Let's go ahead and get that going. Okay, trader is on the way. Now, it did say something about reducing duplicate traders, so I think we might see a different cycle of traders come through our trading posts. But we'll see how that plays out. I could put another human in here, so I might as well get some more meat going. Okay. We did clear out some more trees, so let's go ahead and move this out of the way. If anything, that'll just make a little more room for some shelters. We can get that down. I will want to tap into this glade in the next drizzle. So I am going to move this guy over there and remove a bunch of this so it doesn't it's not in the radius there. All right, let's take a look at what else we got going on here. Do I want to pop into this glade yet? I don't think I do. I think one more season before I get into the big glades. But let's go ahead and target this little glade for now. and we can worry about kind of cleaning out these areas for buildings shortly. Excuse me. All right, so grain and pottery. We got enough parts for now, I think, and that's only 5 parts. So let's do this. Get some beavers. Houses have 1 more spot, but construction is slower. Or all houses have 1 more housing spot for every 10 completed trade routes. We don't do that much trading, so I think I'm gonna do this. Gain. I think I will take this because the more I sell, the more I will increase global resolve. Oh, they changed a lot of the icons. I don't think I have enough to really sell here. So I think I'm just gonna not do that for now. I do need to start producing some planks, but I do want to limit this to like 5 of everything because we have better recipes in other buildings. But I do need to get something going, so let's go ahead and pop that down. Hopefully in the next season or so we should be able to chop through these trees. Let's look at our next orders. If I get a bunch of roots, I can get some ale, or I can get lizard boys and, more importantly, lizard clan support. So I think I'm gonna go that route. And then it is a bit of a gathering map, but I think I am gonna go here in case I do end up getting some farmland that I have to work on. Okay, so we have small abandoned cache, some more mushrooms, some more insects. So we have plenty of harvestable food for a little while anyway. Copper bars, bricks. So this is a better brick recipe. I don't think I'm going to do anything with this for now. I am probably going to stop this brick recipe. I do need the planks. So I'll probably put somebody in here to work on the bricks. Okay, I did complete an order, so let's go ahead and turn that in. That will increase our stone production should we actually find stone anywhere. We have yet to really find a reliable source of it. Alright, so we're in the clearance now. I'm going to move these guys down here just to help try to clear this out. Okay, what recipes do I want? I already have a copper bar recipe. 1-star ale's not that great. Skewers are good, but I think I'd rather have a cookhouse that gives me skewers and biscuits, even if it's a lower star recipe. So I think I'm going to go with cookhouse. Let's go ahead and I'm not going to slap one down right now. I think I'll wait for them to clear this out and then just build it right here. They're almost done with this anyway. Well, sort of. All right, let's pop into this glade before the next thing goes off. There we go. More meat and more mushrooms. So lots of mushrooms, lots of meat. I think we move up here now and just go back to kind of clearing out a little more of this area. Do you think we can clean this up just a little bit during the next storm? And then I think we take the time to pop into some bigger glades after that and keep keep progressing here. We do need some better housing, but I was kind of waiting to get these buildings built first. Let's switch this over to leather. Should have done that a while ago, because fabric appears to be the current limitation we have here. Stone, we want to switch that to stone so we can start making more bricks. I'm really gonna have to start getting used to the icons. It's really throwing me off. I don't like that clay and stone are kind of the same color. Just at a quick glance, I'm sure I'll get used to it, but for right now, it's a little off-putting. All right, we got 2 charges left on this, and then we can move our trapper's camp. There we go. I think moving it right here is fine, although they're gonna have a heck of a walk for the time being. Let's build a cookhouse, but we're gonna set it to a lower priority. I definitely want to have the priority up over here for the lumber mill, not for the rain mill. My bad. But that's all right. We should have fabric being made, so I'm hoping we'll get some progress there. Let's go ahead and I think I'll just take this to get a better blend of workers. And let's try to pop through this area here. I'm gonna move this woodcutter's camp up more so we can keep working. I'm gonna narrow that for a little while. Just make sure we get through that okay. Okay. We apparently have enough resources now to make the lumber mill and rain mill. All right, so let's turn planks off. We don't want that anymore. I don't want to put a limit in there. And I do want to get planks rolling over here. I'm going to put some beavers in here. They're better with the wood cutting. So let's go ahead and get started on that. Humans will do me some good up here with the flour. Just turn off the 1-star recipes for the time being. I really should put some sort of limit on the flour production. Let's go ahead and look here. +1 production yields for all packs of goods. That could be good. 40% more goods for every hub level. Not terrible. I think I'm gonna go with the increased packs of goods because I have to make packs of provisions, packs of crops, so that could be pretty beneficial, I think. Let's go ahead and go this way. Okay, we tapped into our first Big Daddy Glade. We have coal deposits, copper veins, fertile soil, so it's a little bit of everything, which is great. And the coal deposits are right here together with the copper, so that's nice because I can put a single mine down and get all of that once I clear the trees in the area out, which I am going to kind of focus on doing. Okay, we need to look at this glade event. I do for every 2 caches open. We already have that, so that could give us a second one of those, which is kind of nice. The unfortunate thing is I pretty much have to use the simple tools here, because I don't have anything else that will handle this in the time frame I need to handle it. So let's go ahead and pop somebody down. Let's get started on that. It's unfortunate because simple tools are what I need to do this, but we'll figure something out, I'm sure. Let's go ahead and turn that in. I would like to get a storage going over here. Yeah, that's fine because we're going to be gathering stuff from here. We're going to be gathering stuff from over here. Right now, I'm just putting the farm field down. I don't have the farm building as of right now. Producing ale could be good, especially if we end up getting... There's 3 different ale producing buildings here. This gives me a way to make simple tools. And a better packs of building materials recipe. I really do like the ale. This requires copper bars, which is something I will be able to make. So I think I'm going to go with the Tinkerer because of the simple tools. Because I already have the furnace, which is going to let me make copper bars. And I already have... Well, the furnace is going to let me make copper bars. The Tinkerer is going to let me use those copper bars to make simple tools. I'm going to cap that at like 20. And it is a better building materials recipe, even though I don't need the building materials at the moment. I need provisions and crops. Yeah, I think that's the route I'm going to go for the time being. Let's finish getting this cleared out. And then I can get a mine down, which I think is going to be very useful. Let's go ahead and slap that down there. Talk to Sahilda. We do have a decent amount of wood. I don't want to go too ham, but some pretty good stuff here. Let's try to at least get to 17. I already have 2 amber, so let's try to get 15 more. I would like to at least buy the herbalist camp in case I don't get any sort of farm. I could at least use this to... Oh no, this goes out in the wild together. Okay, we do have a lot of mushrooms though on the map. So I think it could be beneficial. And I definitely could sell all the current mushrooms I have then, if that's the case. Let's not completely bankrupt ourselves here on wood. I think getting rid of some leather is okay. Okay. So I think herbalist camp is... Yeah, look at all these different mushroom nodes we have here. I do think this is worthwhile. All right, let's take a look at these orders. If I get Ancient Tablet, which I'm pretty sure I did from that Glade event, we can get some... Although Amber gets us like global resolve, so this might be better. Although do I have a recipe yet for trade goods? I do. I have a 1-star. What do I want to do there? This is easy, but it doesn't give me anything great. It gives me more people, but that's not that significant. It just gives me a little bit of food. It's not going to last forever. It's just going to temporarily... This gives me amber, which could potentially boost my global resolve for the rest of the game. And fabric and bricks, 2 things that can be used to build other buildings. So I think I'm going to go with that, even though it's going to be a little harder to accomplish. Goods sold. Now, meat production is useful because there's a lot of meat. I think we're going to go that route, even though it's going to be a little bit difficult to get 20 resolve. What else do we got here? We have massive root systems here. All right, so let's... I'm going to temporarily move these woodcutters down here and just continue cleaning up this section of the map a little bit. just try to trim some of this territory. We will ultimately need to kind of tap into this area. That's probably one step too far. Yeah, let's go ahead and get everything down here. I don't have anything built here yet to take advantage of this, but that's all right. We'll get there. All right, so skewers, we're gonna be getting eggs and a lot of roots too. Insects are probably fine for this. Biscuits, roots are probably a better choice. And pigment, I think we could use coal for, well, yeah, coal's gonna be a renewable resource, so I think that's probably fine to do that. Tools, this is definitely what I'm going to want to do. I do want to limit this to like 10, and we could use those mostly for trade goods, I think. I do need to make this copper ore once I get mine up and running. We need more people, which I guess is a little ironic given that I just poo-pooed the idea of one of the orders that gives me more people. Let's start building specific housing. Now that I have like an appropriate amount of resources for that purpose. See, now I gotta move my camera angle because clicking on the little thing gets in the way. Let's put beaver house down there. It covers my current needs, but I will ultimately need more. I don't have anybody to actually build anything at the moment, which is okay. We could just focus on gathering resources for now. I don't know if I'm ever going to get a better fabric recipe. So I might want to increase this to like 15. Let me make sure I'm not just missing something here. Fabric, nope, it's just the default. All right. So after this storm, we'll get some more people. They should run around and help build some of this stuff up. It'll give us more housing. It'll increase our resolve. Things will start kind of trending in the right direction there. We did solve a glade event, so we have that that function where every glade event we should get like 5 extra food, or every what you call it, every completion of a glade event should yield 35 food automatically. Let's just get some beavers for now. Do I want to stack this? I might. Yes, global resolve every time we sell amber. Oh, it's tracking them separately. That's interesting. So the first amber sales we had are not going to count towards the second one. It's only since we've had it. I am going to temporarily boost this because I need 20 lizard result. Well, no. I need packs of provisions first. Which, let's take a look at that recipe. Packs of provisions. We only have the makeshift post. Let's put that to... Well, we need like 11, but we only need 6 at a time. So let's put a production limit of 6. And I think we can... Meat's a pretty common good. So let's just do that for the time being. And we'll slap a beaver in there to work on that. We are going to have a fair amount of roots, so I think it's fine to just do packs of crops for the time being. I do need to increase that to, what, 18? Which is kind of a lot. We are a little low on meat. Maybe I want to switch that over to insects for now. Yeah, let's switch that over to insects. Although there's other recipes using insects, so I was trying to be a little sparing with that, but it doesn't look like that's gonna pan out in my favor. All right, our woodcutters are running out of space to work. Let's go ahead and pop them down here, and I think we have enough to like kind of tap into our next glade, see what we can get out of that. Although I'm not 100% sure it's the best timing, because the drizzle, the clearance, it's not going to give us a lot of time to solve the glade event without causing some morale problems. But our morale's pretty high, and we are building additional buildings for housing, so hopefully we'll be okay. I do need to increase the hub level, so let's get some decorations down as well. Maybe we can build a nice little fence back here. And no, there's no space there. Slap some bushes down there. All right, so coal deposit, copper vein, they are together, so that would be that'd be even better spot for a mine. So I will do that. And then we'll move our mine over there. No, other than that, nothing too crazy. More roots, which means we can, with these two very large root deposits, we could definitely focus a little more on using some of the roots. Crystal dew production. I think I'd rather have the amber because I'm not going to be using crystallized dew for anything I can think of at the moment anyway. Which, you know, kind of ironically, I guess, spark dew would be extremely handy right now because it's the only resource I would really have to do for this. So maybe we quickly focus on getting a rain mill up and running and turning that all in. Not a rain mill. Rain collector. So I think we might have to very rapidly get that up and running. I am a little concerned about the timing on that. I don't think we have the resources to handle this. Destroys everything in a 10 field radius. Is that 10 squares? I'm not exactly sure what that is. But let's go ahead and get the spark dew going here. Maybe we can get lucky and get enough spark dew in the time frame that we need it. We have 4 minutes to gather enough. All right, let's look at our next rewards. All right, salvage and get packs of provisions, and we get simple tools, and we can carry more stuff. Sell goods and get spark dew, which we're now doing. And traders arrive quicker. I think I'd rather have this. Simple tools are going to be more useful to me. Farm fields, packs of crops. By the time we get 4 tablets, we'll probably have already discovered a bunch of glades. So I don't know how useful the roots are going to be for that. I'd rather have the global resolve, I think. So we're kind of global resolve stacking here. We get resolve from the amber. We get resolve from unlocking caches, which we haven't actually done any of that yet, but we will. Okay, we already have 8 spark dew. We need 16 total. I would like to start investigating. Maybe they could at least bring some of those resources over there. We do have some resolve to turn in. I think I'd rather have the resolve first, and then we can go back and get meat production, because we're not actually doing anything that is gathering meat right this second. Let's go ahead and look at our trader, see if we can get any amber out of this. Coal production could be useful. If we can get to 18, I don't think we can. Well, maybe. We have some packs of stuff. Can we get to 18? I don't think so, but we could try. I know I need these for a quest, but I'd rather be a little desperate here, and I'd certainly sell all the coal, because I can gather more of it. Okay. So this gets me to 18. That lets me buy the +1 coal. How is the spark dew coming along here? About to get more. Okay. Let's go ahead and pop a lizard boy in there just to keep this moving. They are bringing the resource down, so we do have enough now. That will get it in time. We don't have to worry about it exploding. That gives us 15 extra amber. I think that counts towards this, but I'm not 100% sure. We did get the wealth effect on one so far, so that is a +1 of global resolve. Lizard boys are particularly happy at the moment. All right, what else could... Small farm, that's what we needed. We can get a small farm up and running over here. That will get us... where is our woodcutters? I do need to move them up here and trim out the rest of that. So let's go ahead and focus on that first. Let's get that trimmed out real quick. Let's take a look at what people we can get. I think, even though this gives me simple tools, I think I'm going to go with this. What do I have here? I have a herbalist camp, but I have nobody in it. So I'm going to do that. That will give me more food, which is something I am kind of desperately needing. Woodcutters quicker. That might be a good idea because we are going to be getting close. We're at 2 hostility. Once we get to 3, our hearth is going to burn 200% faster. Local taxes could be good though. That gives us amber, and the amber. Okay, so this explicitly says sell goods worth amber, so I'm not sure we gain the benefit of from local taxes. Like this amber, I don't know if it counts towards this. I'm assuming it doesn't, so I'm not going to waste the cornerstone on that. I think I'm just going to go with faster wood cutting. It's always a solid one. Let's go ahead and turn this in. That gives us more lizards and some meat. Well, +2 meat. All right, let's see what we can do here. Coats recipe, pigment. Okay, I don't know how useful most of this stuff is going to be. I don't currently need luxury goods for anything. I guess we could do this to get barrels. Barrels could be useful if we ever end up doing anything that is going to churn out a lot of ale. I'm going to put this up here for now. Let's put a human in there. Is there a human we can poach out of anywhere else? Scavengers camp? Where was that? Okay. I'd rather have the human in here. They're more useful in that area. All right. Now let's... Okay, so that was this guy just being happy, which is perfectly fine. I do want to trim this out a little bit because I do want to get... Well, I have to get a storage up and running here for sure. I do also want to get a mine going over here. Can a mine fit without trimming? Yes, it can. So I will get that up and running. Let's go ahead and slap a little path down here. I will put many lizard boys in here, even though, well, I think beavers are more useful, but at least we can get the coal up and running. We can get that up and running. Let's put some lizard boys in here instead. They're happy with that, and I can replace one of these lizards with, there we go. I can replace him with that. Trapper's Camp has no deposits nearby. Now we can move down here, which is close to a storage unit, and that will go a little faster. And we can move over to get this meat later on as well. All right, so things are progressing. I do need one more decoration. That's all I need. Well, for now. Let's just slap it down there. Let's build another beaver house over here. Let's extend the road. And then I do want to build some lizard housing. Especially because we have so many lizards over in this area in particular now. Okay, farm field is going to be very useful over here. So let's go ahead and slap that down. We have not tapped into a glade in a while, but the storm is coming up relatively soon. I'm going to move the woodcutters down here. And we're just going to trim out a whole bunch of this stuff, which I think is fine for the time being. I should be making actual tools now. At least I think I am. Yeah, so the copper ore is being made into copper bars. Copper bars will be made into copper tools. I still have found no stone in any of these glades we've popped so far, so that's kind of crazy, but it is what it is. Okay, we are getting a fair amount of coal at this point, so I think I'm not going to transition over yet, but we will be able to start burning some of this coal at some point, and not just relying on the wood for that. We do have 18 packs of crops. I am going to deliver that. That'll increase the goods produced at the small farm, which is what we got going up here right now. Let's pick our last orders. 14 villagers with brawling. So that's training gear. I think I'd rather just have 16 humans. Although I don't know if I'll ever get 16 humans. Paved road is definitely something we can get. And it would give me simple tools, which I need. So I think, well, I'm going to say paved, but realistically, I've had a heck of a time finding stone, so I'm not sure if that'll actually happen or not. But if it does, that'd be nice. I don't think we go out of our way to get a slightly better copper bar recipe. I think I'd rather have... I don't know if leisure does us any good either. I don't really need pottery because I have barrels. Resin and crystallized dew. I think I'm gonna re-roll. I don't think I need any of that stuff. Let's do religion and leisure. I think that could potentially be useful. Build the monastery here. All right. So I do need trade goods. Let's look at our recipe book, and I don't know where this pigment came from, but I will gladly convert that into trade goods. I do not want to tap into this, but I will tap into a glade, no problem. And actually, I think I'll move these guys down there now because they're not going to pop into it before the storm is over. So I do have... So I need a service building, which I'm building here. Right? I think that counts as a service building. And then I need more decorations. So 4, 4, and 8. So let's put a little post down there, a little post down there. 4. Let's put a little night fern down. 2, 3, 4. And then we need 8. So let's just put like 8 barrels. We could always move it, so I'm not too worried about it. Let's go ahead and see, it says good received 30, so that must have been from the solved glade event. I do want to buy plant fiber for vegetables produced. That could be useful. I just want to buy as much amber as I can anyway, just because the more I trade, the better I get global resolve wise. So packs of building materials I can sell as much as I want. I don't need it for anything. Roots we have a lot of, so I think we could just sell some of that. Mushrooms, we have a lot of potentially harvestable mushrooms. I don't want to sell my herbs. I can sell some wood, but I don't want to go too crazy with that. I think that's good enough. So let's see how much amber we can get for what we're trying to sell. 24. That's a fair amount. I am going to buy this. Just to get plant fiber for vegetables produced. I'm not making coats. Should I be making coats is the question. I can make them at the artisan. I probably should. What did I do? Because clothing and clothing. So 2 of the races want clothing. So let's go ahead and buy that. Why not? This lowers hostility. I think that's probably worth doing. Because we are creeping up on hostility 3. Okay, this is where we want humans. So we'll pick that option there. I think we need 16 humans, right, for human majority. Okay, so I do... Where was the coats? I do the artisan. So let's go here. Let's put some people in here. Nobody particularly cares. I don't have harpies, so let's go ahead and limit this to like 30-ish. Maybe 40-ish. We can make pigment out of coal, so I think that's probably worth doing. Yeah. Let's do pigment out of coal and limit that to like 50. So it won't actually do anything until we get down to 50. I think it's worth doing that because I need trade goods, and trade goods can be made by, you know, I should probably do this as well. It's only a 1-star scroll recipe. I don't think I have any other scroll recipes. Yeah, so it's fine to just do that. Use up some of the leather. Yeah, packs of trade goods. Yeah. All right, so we're good doing that for now. Get the trade goods cranked out. Making the coats is going to make people pretty happy. Or at least it'll fulfill that need. It'll help bump up the resolve. I really do need to find some sort of some sort of stone just anywhere. All right, so we are kind of getting down into here. I'm gonna move this guy over here. We have to. All right, so we tapped in this glade. Termite burrow. I think I'd rather just have an edible source of insects. So let's go ahead and do this. I'll use coal for this because we are producing a fair amount of it. Let's look at, why am I not seeing tool production? I don't know where the resources are going. Am I not producing any copper ore? It looks like I am. All right, so we're getting copper. I want to kind of follow the flow here. Okay, so all the copper was deposited. We are making copper bars. And then I think those copper bars should be being used to make tools, right? Right here. But it doesn't appear to be happening. So I think we might need to get a couple more people using the mines here. Because I feel like we just need more copper in general. All right, packs of trade goods are done. We can go ahead and turn that in. That gets us amber, that gets us bricks. Did that help with this? No, it doesn't look like it did. That was only from the sale. So let's go ahead and move this scavenger. And I think we could just move it right over here. And they could just put the roots right there. I think that's totally a fair thing to do. Okay, we are making tools. It's just taking a while, it looks like. All right, did we? Yeah, we get 5 per minute of insects, so that's good. That gives us a lot more insects to work with food-wise. Did those decorations just not get built yet? That must have been the case. Okay, so we need to... Let's use insects. Send to the Citadel. Let's go ahead and do that. I really need tools to start opening these caches. Yeah, I think sending to the Citadel is probably the right decision there. There was no additional farmland in here, which is a little unfortunate. Let's move over here. I think popping into this glade next is the next choice for us. It's right here, so it should be pretty straightforward. Herbalist camp has nothing nearby. Let's take a look and see what else we can harvest. There are a lot of mushrooms still on the map here, so let's go ahead and put him here. That's pretty close to our storage unit. And Trapper's Camp has nothing nearby. Let's take a look over here. We can harvest these couple insects, and then we can move down and get some meat going as well. Human is the focus, so we got to get up to 16, so let's just worry about that. I think, I mean, we are making biscuits, so it could be worth... Huh. Oh, this is where the pigment's coming from. I'm making pigment. Okay, I should limit that to 50 as well. Okay, so we are under the effect of biscuits, so maybe I will do that, especially because we're human, or working on a human majority. All right, let's leave those people a little unemployed for the time being, because we'll see what happens when we pop into this glade. I do need more housing, which is a little unfortunate here, but let's go ahead and pop down a little more human housing. And we're gonna need another beaver house. Let's put the path down first. Do a little beaver house action there. And let's get a lizard house as well. It should be enough housing for the time being, and at least until we get some more people. Hopefully we'll start making a little more progress with global resolve. That's the hope anyway. This will give a global resolve bonus, so I think I will definitely do that. And we are definitely using coal for that as well. Let's go ahead, and it's fine if people get a little upset. Oh, here's some more coal, which could be useful for the purpose of making tools. How is tool production coming along, by the way? Okay, we are actually making copper bars at a acceptable rate at the moment. So let's see what we can do about popping some of this open. So packs of trade goods, coats. Is there any caches that I want to actually keep the goods from instead? Maybe this. I think this might be worth doing. We can open that up. So if we get open 2 of those, it doesn't say the size, so it might be worth opening the smaller ones, just to stack that. So that will give some more global resolve there. We do have a trader that just arrived. We're going to get 3 global resolve from this, or it might be smaller now. It used to be 3. Let's see what we can do here. Coal production. Yes, I will definitely take that. Let's sell as much as we can. Packs of trade goods. Coal. Packs of building materials. I just want to sell to get as much amber as possible. I can earn more coal. I'm not worried about that at all. Is anything else worth buying? This would give us ale. So I think that would be worth doing. We can put that over here. We can get ale up and running. That would be good. Got some eggs. So that should have given us... Yeah, so now we've gained 3 and 2. So that's 5 global resolve. From selling goods worth amber. We're going to get some global resolve from this. And we're going to get some more global resolve once we open another chest. So I think people are going to be getting pretty happy around here in short order. Let's go ahead and we can just start investigating that. Although we don't have the tools yet, we will shortly. Does it say how much we get? Yeah, we do get +3. Okay. All right, so now we just kind of wait. I don't want to start tapping into a glade right before the storm. Although this glade's pretty small. I think we could probably afford to maybe get that cut out. I don't think we don't have like a negative glade. Like if you chop down during the storm, I don't think there's any issue there. So let's get some lizard boys in here maybe. Lizards would lower our hostility in there. Or so, you know, putting somebody in there would lower our hostility. Doesn't have to be a lizard. Tax the luxury goods. I don't need them. Foragers camp. I don't really need it. There's not really vegetables or grain on the map. Resin. Several things have required resin, but this requires farm fields to make that, so I think we'll pass. Maybe we'll get an explorer's lodge just to change that up a little. We are a district now, so that should be pretty good. I should probably start sacrificing some coal. I do want to chop down. I probably should like erase all that and just focus on these couple trees if we want to try to get this in the next 20 seconds. I'm not confident we will. Oh, we did. Look at that. So there's 3 coal deposits, which are totally not needed, but it's all right. Let's move our boys over here. All right, so we are still in the positive. Explorer's Lodge. I have yet to see stone, so the good thing is, I think in all these mines, stone might be a secondary resource. Oh, did I miss that copper vein when I placed this thing down? That sucks. There was, because I could have just moved it over one and we would have gotten more copper. Oh, scouts found. Yeah, no, I know. No, it was given the order. We just don't have the resources for it. All right, I think we're done with the spark dew for now. We have like 200. And accept that. Same amount of humans either way. I'm gonna go with more stone, even though I don't know if we're even getting stone from anything. I feel like there's a chance we get stone from the coal deposits, so that'll increase the amount of stone we get out of that as just kind of a side resource. Speaking of which, how much stone do we have? Probably not a lot. I think we're consuming it all making bricks. Yeah, we are. Okay, so we should probably put down like 50 paved roads just to get it building. And maybe they'll put some of the resources into that instead of just doing immediate brick making on everything. All right, we're gonna slap another mine down. I think it's worth doing. Just because we need to make a little faster progress towards completing this map, and it'll help us get tools quicker, because that's currently a bottleneck for us. All right, so let's look at storage. Yep, storage is what we need. We'll slap storage down here. Probably should have turned it the other way, but that's all right. It's not that significant of a problem. Trapper's Camp has no deposits nearby. Let's move you, and let's move you over to... There's some giant stuff over there, but let's just gather the meat for now, because the plus meat is probably going to be beneficial. The global resolve is not quite getting to where I need them to be. Were they just running out of food? Is that the problem? We should have coats. Yeah, those bonuses are pretty much maxed out. So luxury, education, leisure are the other things. Let's put somebody in here that'll decrease the hostility. That will give us leisure if we have it. Incense and ale are what we need. So let's look at... We are making barrels. Are we making incense anywhere? Do we even have an incense recipe? I don't think we do. Ale we're not making. We should make it out of roots and use the barrels. Let's limit this to like 40-ish. But we could at least get that going. I don't have anybody in here doing anything, which is a little weird. Let's put some humans in there for now. I don't think we need to make any wine. We could make mushroom wine. That's a little questionable. But I guess let's go ahead and check the box. We don't need another place making pigment. We have plenty of pigment. All right, where... Okay, cosmetics, ale, water skins. I don't think we need any of that. Yeah. You know, I'm just going to ignore that. We're going to pretend that doesn't exist. And we're just going to wait. All right, Woodcutter's Camp has nothing nearby. Probably should have put it somewhere that made a little more sense. Let's go ahead and pop it down here. And I think we'll try to tap into one more glade real quick. Although I think we're making good enough progress as it is. Let's put some lizard boys and beaver boys in here and keep that coal and copper ore moving right along. We are getting reputation just by people being like super happy, so I'm not overly concerned about it. Okay. Tool production and having resolve for having a home. I think those are both good things. Let's try to max out our resolve again. I don't think we need this many parts. We definitely don't need this many packs of building materials. Packs of crops I do need, but we don't have enough farm field anyway. Packs of trade goods, we could sell all of that. Spark dew, we could sell all of that. So I think we go back on the parts here. And then let's just up this a little bit. Do we have the ability to buy any... But I guess we could temporarily buy some incense. Okay, let's do a little trade. Why not buy that as well? I don't think we need the planks, so I'm not going to worry about that. It will increase resolve even more. So I think at this point we're just coasting until we get to the end. But let's go ahead and take a look at this. We do have a small farm. I think we can rebuild that. That will work towards our goal here. And then this is going to temporarily lower global resolve. I guess there's some extra food, so that's fine. Let's go ahead and work on that. So that's gonna tie up a little bit of time, but we'll get there. All right, how is this coming along? We're still making fabric, right? Yeah. Looks like we're using leather. Maybe we'll switch to plant fiber temporarily just to get the rest of that done. And there we go. We went ahead and completed it. Perfect. So that went pretty well overall. I think the global resolve stacking is a little bit of a snowball effect. It takes a while to get it going, but once you do, there's pretty much nothing that can stop you. So thank you for watching. If you liked the video, please consider liking, and if you want to see more videos, consider subscribing to my channel, and we will see you in the next one. Thanks again.